the key. There has never been a more peaceful time in America. Our bodies have been in the streets. Since these streets were built, we are unaware of the tragedies that have set into the concrete, hidden from the blood-boiling light of the sun. We never talk about how they stripped the humanity off our backs. Little did we know how they would tax our backs and labor and love, wishes and dreams. They folded our language into the back of our tongues, taught us that we are unteachable, brutes and coons. Reading and writing are not tools for field work, so those were stolen and hidden away too. They say education is the key to oppression. We forgot there were golden cities with our names on them. You forgot our bodies in the birth of a nation. You forgot my people are reminiscing the feats that marched on these streets and demanded for anything better America is missing. All those lynched men swinging from the trees like monkeys, apes, or fruit, ripened by the white man's hands, make America great again. When? Dare I say, when? When have my people ever touched the glass ceiling? When did our culture become the backbone of this backwards nation? When did they tell us of the atrocities we'd survived, hiding a dark past amidst dark bodies? Dare I say, when were we educated? In 1890, the federal government passed the Second Morrill Act that stated if black students weren't allowed to enroll in the existing colleges, then a separate institution was to be made for them. Another extension of separate but equal. Somehow we began to equate a sliver of sympathy with equality. We are given inches and expected to run the mile. We do everything with a toolbox of hand-me-downs. We are the makers of everything and yet the benefactors of nothing. Almost 100 years later, black students were still struggling to maintain in the safety of these white walls. And in 1968, a protest broke out that would change colleges around the country. On April 26, 1968, black students around the Ohio State University banded together to protest students being kicked off the university shuttle bus. The OSU 34 stood in the face of white supremacy and shouted, "Our lives are worth more than second-rate education, worth more than KKK messages scribbled into our doors, worth more than sitting on the back of buses and still getting kicked off of them." 8 of the 34 students were expelled from the university that day, and 8 students still rightfully protested the injustice present on this campus. Their voices echo for us to do the same, to protest and band together when inequality seems to be knocking on the front door, when colleges paper after paper, and you can't remember why you're here, like, what possessed me to take up such a challenge? Remember, we are excellent because we've never been given the opportunity to be anything else. From this protest, the Office of Diversity and Inclusion was born here at The Ohio State University. And for 50 years, they have worked to uphold the success of young minority students. I mean, year after year. I mean, fighting for our spots on the rosters. I mean, our bodies were weights before we ever put them on. I'm talking about Marquise Gaines, who was a pro athlete in Spain, shooting hoops with a degree in human development. Who says we can't dream and go to school too? I'm talking about Alfonso Gillett, who is giving back to the community as we speak. He's worked in South High School and at Livingston Elementary to help uplift boys in need. No, I mean Dr. Yasmin Irizarry, who fought through college with a kid in the right hand and coffee in the other. Her late nights of tears and discomfort. Have you ever had to choose between life and being a mother? We are seeing dreams come true. The The office of diversity and inclusion is yet another victory in a line of winnings that go unseen, that are taken out of the light. But for tonight and forevermore, we will share the best parts of us first. And if you happen to forget where we come from, promise, you'll remember this moment first.